Broadcasting from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, to around the globe. You're listening to Shark Bite Biz, your exclusive place for business strategy, sales, marketing, and tech in the roaring 20s. And now, here's your host, David Strausser.
Hey, David Strausser here with Shark Bite Biz. I want to thank you all for tuning in to the inaugural podcast episode. Shark Bite Biz is the place to come and tune in to learn how to grow a business effectively and efficiently during a global pandemic and beyond. Whether you're a business owner, an experienced executive, and up-and-coming business professional, maybe you're in sales, maybe in marketing, or even, just working in the warehouse. My job is to help you learn how to grow your business during these times. Shark Bite Biz is going to be the place to come to learn about an array of business topics like sales. How do you close deals during a pandemic? Marketing. How do you reach customers in a global pandemic when most people are working from home? Legal advice. A lot of tricky subjects going on right now. Lockdowns. Can you go to work? Can you have people in the office? How many people can you have in the office? Face mask. What if you have a brick and mortar store? Customer comes in with no face mask. Can you kick them out? Do you have to accept them? What are your rights? We're going to get into a lot of cool topics about that stuff. Business strategy. Everybody had a marketing plan. A business plan for 2020 back in February and March, and things were probably going pretty good up till about March 23rd when everybody had to chuck it out the window. So we're going to be talking about strategy and how to pivot and pivot much faster than you've ever had to do before. Operations, logistics, distribution, even manufacturing. How do you distribute, manufacture efficiently? Fast, low cost. We're going to be talking about automation tools. We have a lot of, really good knowledge gems that are going to be in those topics. Technology. I love tech. I'm a big, huge techie. So we're going to be talking about everything from AI to SEO. We got you covered in business tech. Again, just like I mentioned before, everybody's working from home. You probably had to pivot to a work from home model and adopt a lot of new technology that you may not have had previously. So we're going to be talking this continued discussion on technology and how it can help you deploy rapidly so that your workforce can be seamless, whether in a central location or dispersed around globally. And lastly, a good topic that we're going to try to cover are going to be trends and fads. What works, what doesn't work, what works for some, maybe not others. We're going to cover all of that, okay? I will give you a hint, though. Open offices, no go. They don't work. I want to tell you about how we're going to do all of that in a minute. But first, I just want to mention this, okay? This show is going to be streaming on YouTube. The audio version of Shark Bite Biz, it's going to be available everywhere, okay? I'm talking iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all your favorite podcast platforms. A normal episode consists of me probably interviewing some subject matter experts, and we're going to take you on a journey through doing business in the roaring 20s. Today, though, I just wanted to kind of kick off the whole podcast with the very first episode. This is kind of like an explainer video, okay? We're going to be setting the tone. We're going to be giving you the background on who I am. Who is David Strausser? Why am I the person that deserves to take you on the journey? And then after that, I'm going to explain the road that we're going to travel. So how about this? How about we dig a little bit into my background, and we'll start with me, your host, David Strausser. So yeah, I was born in coal country, Pennsylvania, a small city called Pottsville. And at 18, I wanted out. So I ended up moving to Tijuana, Mexico, and lived a binational life for nearly about 15 years. In case you're wondering, Sí, hablo español perfectamente. It was tough, though, having to cross the border from Tijuana to San Diego nearly every single day for work. Think about this for a second. Living in Tijuana, standing in line, crossing the border to San Diego to work, and then round trip coming back home every single day. Some days were 6, 8 hours commuting time. Plus working yet, too. It was pretty insane. For the most part, my background always has been in sales, business development, marketing, and really just helping my clients, my customers, achieve growth via the promise of technology. Probably a good time to notice this. I do have a degree from Penn State in information sciences and technology. I'm such a big techie. I figured, hey, I already know the business stuff. I know how to sell, blah, blah, blah. Probably better for me to study tech and grow my formal foundation of that. So I started there, and if you go back, the real story pretty much starts when I was young. I started 16 working for Foot Locker and quickly learned, hey, now this commission thing, it isn't that bad. From there, it grew into full love of selling and just growing business. I still, to this day, get goosebumps on every single deal I close. Not even me. If my sales rep closes a deal, I'm getting goosebumps. It's a huge win. I love that. I am a sales junkie. Eventually, though, during the last economic turnaround in 2009, ended up having to start working for myself. Here comes Strausser Consulting Services. I realized that I could help American companies start to bring their products from America into Mexico and South America. It was a unique skill I had because of all the contacts that I built while living down in Tijuana for 15 years. It made perfect sense, but it was really tiresome. It really wore and tore on me, and I was never able to get those big lucrative contracts. They were all small scale projects, and between working 40 hours a week completing these projects, sometimes 50 or 60, and then spending another 10, 15, 20, 25 hours a week trying to obtain new business and bidding on projects and stuff like that, it just wasn't good. Somehow, though, I did land into a niche group down there in Mexico, and it was tourism tech. Tijuana is the #1 border city in the world, the most transited border city. So because of that, I ended up getting a gig with the Secretary of Tourism. I was the binational advisor to the Secretary of Tourism of Baja California, Mexico. Really, really awesome, especially for a non-Latino guy from Pennsylvania. It was pretty crazy. That was definitely a bucket list item for me. In fact, here, really cool side note, I actually have a letter of recommendation from the Mexican government. Not many people have that, and it's something I show off every time I can alongside my Mexican green card that says Residente Permanente. I love it. Fly forward a few years, we just had another kid. I was really tired. At that time, I wasn't living in Tijuana. I was actually living in San Diego, but I was working in Tijuana. So I was crossing the border from San Diego to Mexico every day for work at that point. And it just really cumbersome, really tired. I had no work-life balance. I wanted to spend it with my kids, my family. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to be able to go to a concert and not feel like, oh my God, I'm going to lose so much revenue if I do that. Ended up getting a position with Vision 33. Moved to Los Angeles. It was the greatest thing that I ever did. I am new to the ERP industry. Well, let me rephrase that. I was new. I now have about 5 years working in ERP. I didn't even know what ERP was when I first started with Vision, but I did know how to manage a sales cycle. I knew how to build relationships. I also had that degree in tech I told you about. So I knew putting the pieces of this puzzle was possible. I had all the pieces. I could do this. I was just looking for the right company to kind of give me that opportunity, and Vision 33 gave me that opportunity. And because of that, I took this barren region for them of Los Angeles and really turned it into a well-working, fine-tuned machine that brought in millions and millions and millions of revenue for Vision 33. It was a sales engine like never before. I was getting a ton of opportunities from relationships that I created through networking. I always say the greatest asset that a manager has is his territory. You have to make your territory work for you. In this industry, too many sales reps are just out there, huge sprawling territories dependent on the company for opportunities. You need to find the right sales reps that can go out there, develop relationships that bring opportunities into you. I did that. Networking, events. I put on my own events, the anti-luncheon type events. That was really awesome. And it really helped me generate a deal every single quarter I worked for Vision 33. Think about that. 4 years, every single quarter in ERP sales, every single quarter in ERP sales, I'd go from 1 to 3 new deals a quarter. Values maybe $100,000 up to $1 million. That's pretty rare, but I never missed a quarter, and I was literally selling millions. What I was doing with Vision 33 was just really special out in Los Angeles. I wasn't just selling and running. I was creating long-lasting partnerships with businesses, with my clients. People come to me, when they have problems. My task is to help them find the solution for those problems. I'll admit, sometimes the solution is not SAP Business One. It is not Soapbox, the main products that I work with right now. The answer can be a competitor, and that's fine. Do you really want to get married knowing that you're heading into a divorce because it's not the right partner for you? My job is to help them find the right solution. Most of the time, it is going to be Business One. But here's another fun fact for you. If you look at my profile, check LinkedIn, you'll see that I actually have a lot of references there from people, testimonials, that are people that I actually never sold to. They just said, hey, David's great. He helped us find the solution. He's awesome. He's incredible. We love him, would work with him again. I've actually gotten referrals off those people. Think about that. These are people that said, hey, David, you know what? We've discovered your product's not the right solution. It is not the right solution for us to buy. We're going to go with your competitor. Thank you, though. We love you. They leave me a testimonial on LinkedIn. And 6 months later, they're introducing me to somebody who ends up actually buying my product from me. That's how important it is not to be bitter during a sales cycle if you lose. Help the customer, and more chances than not, it will come back full circle. So you're going to have a long time to find out more about my style, my background. That gives you a pretty good gist of what David Strausser is about. There are so many fun things I could tell you that I've done, how I did it, what worked, times I failed. That's how we grow. The format of the show, though, let's pivot into that to wrap this episode up. 2 episodes a week, every Monday and Thursday. It's going to be available everywhere, okay? I'm talking video on YouTube, audio on your favorite cast platforms. If I'm missing something you want, let me know. But like I said, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, it'll be all there. Shoot me an email, david@sharkbitebiz.com. I'm dedicated to bringing you the best subject matter experts to have casual discussions on various topics. It's not going to be very structured. We're going to be talking, and we're going to go down rabbit holes when we approach a topic that's kind of interesting. We're also going to focus on bringing in small business owners and executives, managers of other types of companies in order to kind of discuss what they're doing different and what's working and what's not. We'll discuss the rapid pivots that they've had to make in order to sustain and grow their business during the global pandemic. Again, if you have any ideas for the show, you want to be on, you want to talk about what you're doing, shoot me an email. Would love to have you as a guest. Most episodes will be interviews. But eventually, we will grow to a daily podcast where I'm delivering daily episodes covering some business news, trends, and what it means to the business community. This podcast is not just to teach you all. It's actually to help me grow. I want to learn. I want to learn more. I want to better myself. What better way to do that than to have an audience and bring you all on this journey with me? I look forward to our next episode. We'll be starting the first interview in the whole series. It's going to be about marketing. We have James Shea of Cybertegic that's going to join us. Excellent interview. Some really good content from basic to some more advanced things with some good discussions about the current business climate. I guess it's time to say goodbye. I'll see you all on Thursday. Again, my name is David Strausser, the host of Shark Bite Biz. Have an amazing day. Till the next episode. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Shark Bite Biz. We hope you got some insightful info from this podcast. Be sure to subscribe to us through your favorite podcast app and visit us on the web at www.sharkbitebiz.com. How has business changed for you in the 20s? Email us at podcast@sharkbitebiz.com so you can join us and share your story.